Good morning, pilgrims. Beautiful morning here in Hillsboro. The sky is blue and the frost is all over the grass. It's chilly out there. We'll begin today's devotion reading from Exodus 24, 1 through 10 in the English Standard Version. Then he, God, said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship from afar. Moses alone shall come near to the Lord, but the others shall not come near, and the people shall not come up with him." Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the rules, and all the people answered with one voice and said, "All the words that the Lord has spoken we will do." And Moses wrote down all the words of the Lord. He rose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the people of Israel who offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen to the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he threw against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it in the hearing of the people. And they said, "All that the people has spoken we will do, and we will be obedient." And Moses took the blood and threw it on the people and said, "Behold the blood of the covenant that the Lord has made with you in accordance with all these words." Then Moses and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel went up, and they saw the God of Israel. There was under his feet, as it were, a pavement of sapphire stone, like the very heaven for clearness. November 14th, 1880. A sermon, The Blood of the Testament. Charles Spurgeon read from Hebrews 9:20. "This is the blood of the testament, which God hath enjoined unto you." On the day when Moses sprinkled the blood of the covenant on the people and on the book, it was meant to signify that they were a chosen people, set apart unto God's service. The blood made them holiness unto the Lord. Moses stood upon an elevated place and took the scarlet wool and hyssop and sprinkled the blood on all sides. Well, try and realize a part of the scene. A man just beneath him is wearing a white robe, and a spot of blood has fallen upon it. He sees it. There it is. Will he not prize the crimson sign? I would have preserved that robe as long as I lived, and the blood spot too. But what would it mean? To the Israelite, it meant consecration to God. He would say, "The blood of the covenant has fallen upon me, and I'm henceforth a consecrated man dedicated to God." Now, unless the blood is upon you, my brother, you are not saved. But if you are saved, you are by that very fact set apart to be God's servant. You're not your own. You're bought with a price. You were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, but with the precious blood of Christ. A saved man is a bought man, the property of Jesus. Believer, not a hair on your head belongs to you now. You belong to Jesus Christ as his servant, as surely as you are redeemed by his blood. Now you are set apart. God's own mark is put upon you. You have believed. That believing has supplied the blood to you, and you are Christ. Can't you see the private token which the Lord has set on you? Do you not feel it? Oh, then, own its claims in your daily life. Now, I got a couple of remarks here I got to make on a couple of these statements. You are redeemed with corruptible things, the silver and gold, but with the precious blood of Christ. A saved man is a bought man, the property of Jesus. Well, then, where does that leave the unsaved man? Is he a bought man also? Who owns him? Think on that. Not a hair on your head belongs to you now. You belong to Jesus Christ. Then who does the other person belong to? You belong to Jesus Christ as his servant, as surely as you were redeemed by his blood. Well, if you're not redeemed by his blood, whose servant are you? Think on these things. These words are important. They mean something. They just don't fall flat on the ground. They mean something. They're precious. They're important. Yes, have you believed? That believing has applied the blood to you. If you haven't believed, there's no blood of Christ upon you. Enough of my sermonizing. I have a sermon here. A new song to the Lamb. Behold the glories of the Lamb amidst his Father's throne. Prepare new honors for his name and songs before unknown. Let elders worship at his feet, the church adore around, with vials full of odors sweet and harps of sweeter sound. These are the prayers of the saints, and these the hymns they raise. Jesus is kind to our complaints, he loves to hear our praise. Eternal Father, who shall look into thy secret will? Who but the Son shall take that book and open every seal? He shall fulfill thy great decrees, the Son deserves it well. Lo, in his hand the sovereign keys of heaven, death, and hell. Now to the Lamb that once was slain by endless blessings paid, salvation, glory, joy remain forever on thy head. Thou hast redeemed our souls with blood, hast set the prisoners free, hast made us kings and priests to God, and we shall reign with thee. The worlds of nature and of grace are put beneath thy power, and shorten these delaying days and bring the promised hour. Yes, come, Lord Jesus, come, Lord Jesus. God bless, brothers and sisters. Have a great day.